And watch out. All right, so I'm recording this part. You should be on page 387. So I'm just going to kind of go through this section checklist. Thinking this is going to be due at the end of tomorrow. So just use the section checklist and make sure you've got everything. I think that you probably have a lot of it already, and now we just have to start annotating it. All right, so let's see. I'll start down here, I guess. So your scale, quarter inch, detail level fine. So if you activate the view, right click, activate view, make sure your scale is at quarter, your detail levels at fine. When we start putting more stuff in, this will populate more as we put in plumbing fixtures and stuff like that. This is all gonna, accumulate and get more stuff in it. Room tags, no color. So I do not want this thing in shaded like that. It should be in hidden line. We'll talk about the call outs for the wall sections and detail sections tomorrow. Bat insulation and ceilings. Bat insulation in walls. Masking regions at the floor joists. Let's see, that one doesn't have it. Which one is it? Must have been this one up here. Oh, right here. So remember that. So make sure you did that on all of them. Let's see. Rigid insulation in the wall. That should already be part of your wall right there. And so it goes down the list. Turn off furniture and fixtures. Don't worry about that now because you don't have any. But once we do that, you're going to have to turn those off because we don't want to see furniture and fixtures in here. Okay, now some stuff. You know that there are trusses up here. We've already talked about that, right? But we don't draw those. We're not going to draw trusses in here. We're going to let the manufacturer do that. So here's your play. You're going to, and you can do this however you want. I hate typing. I think I've talked about that a couple million times. So I'm going to copy from the section checklist, and I'm going to go to annotate text, do it in 330-second text, just click and then Control V. Boom. Okay, just inside here, just like that. That's all you need to do. And you would do that with each area. You do it in here, and you do it up in here, and you do it up in here. So just take that same one and copy, copy, copy. All right. Okay, next. Let's see. Title on sheet, we've done that already. 2x4, we've already done those. Ground under sand and gravel. So you should have the ground under the gravel, right? 5 inches of sand underneath the slab. That would be this part right here. The green thick line representing the vapor barrier. We are going to turn our line weights on eventually. So before we print, so I see these line weights. So make sure it shows something like that on all of them, not just on this one. I'm going to leave that on actually. Let's see. Ground line should be thick and sloping away from the building. Ridge boards, we'll talk about those in a minute. I haven't done those yet. Same thing with the ridge ventilation. We're going to do a couple of those tomorrow. Ceiling joists you should have. My ceiling joists on this one or here. The double top plates, stuff like that right there. The sill plate, that would be the one at the bottom. Oops. That's the sill plate. Let's see. The 2x6 underneath the windows. So if you have any windows or something like that, I would want that 2x6 underneath the windows. Yeah, and so on. So all the information is slab thickness dimension, footing width dimension. Okay, so some annotations. I got a way I want you to do it. So the 2x10 floor joist at 16 inches on center. That would be these guys right here. We've already drawn them for the most part. You may have to do it on the other section, but you should have those done. Now we need to annotate it. You can do this however you want. If you want to type it yourself, you can. Right click, copy. I'm going to go up to the text. I'm going to do this as a leader. I'm just going to point at one of these and just kind of like this, like that. and then Control V. So there's some annotation we need to do on the building section. What else do we need to do? We need to do the ceiling joists. Ooh, 16 is wrong, sorry. It's not a 2x16 ceiling joist. Let's see. So let's get those. Right click copy. So you see where I'm going with this. Just coming in. I'm gonna text, arrow, point at one of those little guys, and then Control V it. So I'm annotating the ceiling joists. Insulation, the R19 bat insulation, copy. That would be anywhere you have those little squiggles, because we did those all, I think, in 2x6s, I think, on this project, if I remember right. So same thing. We're going to go ahead and just kind of pick that. And Control V. We'll be doing more of that as we go through. Control V. When we do the wall section, we'll get all of the stuff inside the wall. Right now, we're just doing the main building. Let's see, vapor barrier. So I'm just kind of cruising along, copy. Let's see, where is that vapor barrier? That's that big green line, right? So text, do the one with the angle on it, and Control V. And then let's see what we have. We have the ground slope, 112. So it has to slope at least 112. Actually, it's a little bit less than that, but copy. Whoops. Control V. Now, if you scrunch this, you might have to do that in order to fit it on the page. Feel free to do that. That's no problem with that at all. Just make sure it's not silly, that there's no confusion about, where the text is. Let's see, sand or gravel. Copy. I'm going to put that maybe just right underneath here, just kind of tuck that in. Something like that's fine. And then the roof joists. We haven't done the roof joists yet. Copy. We're gonna. I think that pretty much all of ours are going to be about the same here. So text. I'm going to put that here for right now. We haven't put those in yet. And Control V, like so. Okay, that's just one. So you have to do that everywhere. You have to do it everywhere, the drawing is. And then same thing on the other one. So you can do this on the sheet or you can do it on the sections, completely up to you. But those are the ones that I want. Got it? There's more to come, but we're gonna, again, on the wall sections, we do like, we'll do things like the gypboard and more insulation and the plywood and the vapor barrier and the, all the stuff that's on there. That's for another drawing. So I've told you what I want on this one on page 387. All right. Let's get her done.